Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's Diego with the beautiful Karina, my lovely prometida. And we're waiting for our K1 visa to get adjudicated at the service center in where? California. Yes, indeed, California. And our NOA1 letter is April 18th, 2022. And we don't count days, so I don't know how many days that is, but today is March 30th, 2023. March is almost gone, ladies and gentlemen. It's almost April, and that means we are almost another month closer to you getting your K1 visa adjudicated also. But this video is about the difference between a letter of intent to get married and a letter of affidavit. Okay, so come on along. It's important information. Now, a letter of intent to get married is very important. It requires two letters, one from you, Mr. Sponsor, Miss Sponsor, and one from you, Mrs. Beneficiary, Miss Beneficiary. Not Mrs., Miss Beneficiary, Mr. Beneficiary. Okay, now a letter of intent to get married needs to be written in your beneficiary's language of her country. So like my fiance Karina is from Venezuela. She's a legal resident of Colombia. She wrote her letter of intent to get married in Spanish, okay, to me, and then I translated it into English by a certified translator. And these are legal documents, and I wrote my letter of intent to get married to her, and I wrote my letter in English, obviously, so I didn't need to translate it. And a letter of intent to get married is very, 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 very important to be included in your K1 visa package. If you don't include your letter of intent to get married in your visa package, it's a legal document saying that you're going to marry your fiancé when he or she gets to the United States within 90 days. If you don't include it, or if you don't do it, immigration's going to send you an RFE and say, hey, where's your evidence? Where's this legal document that says you promised to marry your prometida within 90 days? Now, so you understand how important it is, okay? And you must send original letters of intent to get married in your K1 visa package. So that means a trip to your fiance's home country, and she signs her letter of intent to get married in ink, black ink, and then you get it translated into English, and then you send the original letter plus your original letter. Okay, now, very important. Now, what is a letter of affidavit? What's the difference? Okay, here's information about a letter of affidavit. Sometimes immigration will not be happy with just a letter of intent to get married from you and your beneficiary. They want to see more evidence of your plans to get married. They want to see more evidence. You might get an RFE if you have no evidence of your future marriage plans, okay? And one of the things that you can use is a letter of affidavit, which is a letter, a notarized letter from your friends or family saying that they know about your wedding engagement, they know about your wedding plans, they know when you started chatting with your fiance. They mention the fact that you know, they are completely aware of you guys wanting to get married, and they write a letter and testify to the effect that they know about it. Okay, now the letter of affidavit is only useful to immigration if you include the person's name, address, date of birth, and where they were born at the bottom of the letter, and then they sign their full name. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the difference between a letter of intent to get married, which is a legal document between written by you, Mr. Sponsor, Miss Sponsor, and your beneficiary. Okay, two letters, and then the letter of affidavit, which is written by family members, friends, etc., who are familiar with your relationship, and they can testify to the fact in a letter that they know that your relationship is real. They know when you met each other, when you started chatting, where you blah, blah, blah. Okay, you know the drill. Okay, now, we want to see you get to the United States, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, with your K1 visas in your hand and your K2 visas. Don't make any mistakes in your visa package. If you have any questions, please ask me. I'm glad to help you through this process. This is not my first rodeo, okay? And Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, don't send your K1 visa package in until you have gone over it with a fine-tooth comb. Make sure you have signed the USCIS form I-129F, dated the form. Don't forget anything. If you make a mistake, it's going to cost you time. Thanks for watching the videos, ladies and gentlemen. This is your YouTube channel. This is done for you guys to get you through this horrible process. And we look forward to when you get to go face to face with the scary immigration officer at the embassy in your beneficiary's home country. Thanks for watching.
I'll be back.